This video is sponsored by OneFootball. Do check out OneFootball's excellent free app, and it makes it easy to keep up to date with the latest transfer news, scores, stats, all in one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description below. So welcome along then to our match reaction as Saints have snatched a point at Stamford Bridge. The only two victories coming in 2002 and 2015, but it is a clean sheet tonight. Unexpected. Clive's here with me to give you our match reaction. So Clive, let's start from the top then. 8 changes to the starting lineup, including a start for Angus Gunn, and by all means, he had a very good game this evening, some important saves, and looked fairly comfortable in doing so.
Yeah, his positioning was excellent on all of the saves. He looked calm, didn't look flustered at all. And obviously he must have given the defence good communication, because they set up much, much better tonight. And they looked hard to beat. Still gave the ball away in areas we shouldn't have given the ball away. But, you know, against some of the top teams, pressure does that. And I think they've taken a massive step forward tonight. A point against any of the top 6 is always a bonus. And we've now got 5 points this season. So,
well, at least some of the worst has happened. But I think it's got to say it was a big night for Valery as well. I actually sort of tweeted earlier on this evening and said it's going to be a big night to keep Hazard quiet. And it looked like he won the battle this evening. And for the most part of the game, it was attack v defence, and kept our wits as Chelsea sort of pondered on possession. And as you sort of rightly touched on there, I think we were organised, we were structured and resolute on the ball.
Yeah, we were. And Valery, yeah, did particularly well, because Hazard, let's face it, is world class. He's not Premiership class, he's world class. And my goodness, it's a mental thing as much as anything for a young lad to come up again. Because you can do well for 80 minutes and get caned. But he kept his concentration together. Even when he went rose-ed on about 89 minutes, whatever it was, that was exactly the right thing to do right there. It just broke the play up, let the team reorganise, and, you know, the lad's done really well. Yeah. And I was pleased to see Cedric in on the other side. It wasn't his natural game, but pleased to see Cedric back in the fold.
Yeah, and it looked like he may have picked up a slight knock, but he battled on as well. But I have to say as well, for all of his critics, mostly Nick, but I think Yoshida was exceptional tonight at making key tackles just at the right time as Chelsea were literally about to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think all round, I think we've defended really well as a team. Everybody's worked for each other. And I think that's going to be so vital in these coming weeks. It's one thing defending against, yes, a real quality team. It's another thing when we've got to win games, and we're going to have to win certain games. There are cup finals coming up, and, you know, the players, at least they showed mental strength tonight. They could have folded in that last quarter of an hour. They've done so well. And then, you know, quite often you'll see a lot of teams do that and then fold in the last 15, 20 minutes. But they stuck strong. Even with the help of John Moss, who managed another extra minute from somewhere, we managed to cling on there. And it was hair-raising right at the death, because they had a couple of chances. And call for a penalty. I didn't think it was anywhere near a penalty. The bloke went down way too easy. But you never know with John Moss. He hasn't done us any favours. He missed an obvious booking for Conte on Redmond when he stamped on his ankle. I don't think it was deliberate. He just mistimed it, but it was a booking. And he missed, was it Rudiger thumping Shane Long in the head? He thumped him in the head right in front of him. I mean, come on. We all saw it. When it happened, I thought, he's thumped him in the head. That's a sending off.
I suppose the only credit you can give him is that he didn't give in to Chelsea's appeals in the very last minute as Alonso tried to con the referee.
That's true.
And finally, I suppose, as the game did sort of try to stretch, we kind of pressed on ourselves from the snatch of victory, and I think we've got to be overall pleased with the point. But despite the point, we do find ourselves 18th and into the drop zone as Burnley won away tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. You've had Burnley have won 2, like we did, win 2 on the trot. You know, Palace look like they're getting out of it. Wolves doing their usual trick of losing to everybody around us. Let's hope they lose to us when we play them. But there's going to be all sorts of twists and turns. It's about staying calm. It's about everybody being together. And as much as the players, I think the fans have got to get up for these massive home games that we have to win. We just have to win these games, because it's going to come down to that. yes, these points against the top teams, massive bonus. It really is. Unexpected, and it gives everybody a lift again. So 0-0 doesn't sound great, but against Chelsea, believe me, that's a great result.
Yeah, I suppose the report won't tell the entire story. You had to be there, but I had to give credit to the fans tonight at Stamford Bridge that in fine voice says also Virgin Media subsidised it by £10 down to £20.
Yeah, good on them for doing that. Stop buying the clackers. I just got to give a special mention there for Angus Gunn, because coming in your first game, he's a youngster. He just looked so calm. He looked the part. Of course, it's going to be bigger tests in future weeks. Will Ralph stick with him? Was he giving Alex McCarthy just a rest, get him out the firing line? Confidence has been shaken, a few dodgy, or is he there for the long term? We'll have to wait and see, because who knows what's going to happen with Ralph. We'll see on Saturday, but in terms of organisation and determination, 10 out of 10 Saints gives us hope. We might be in the bottom three, but that really does give us hope for the rest of the season.
Yeah, 100%. And I guess it is to be assumed that Angus Gunn will retain his place at Derby. But one thing perhaps may not be for sure, it is to be believed that Romeo picked up his 5th yellow card tonight. He'll be suspended for either the Derby game or the Leicester game. So that's a slight loss as well.
Seems like he's only played about 5 games. He's got 5 yellow. What's going on?
Well, as we said last season, mate, there's 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and an Oriol Romeo yellow card.
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Well, our point is at Stamford Bridge. Do let us know if you watched the game, if you were there. Let us know if it's a good point, bad point. For me, 100% good point. And as we, I suppose we march on into the FA Cup at the weekend. Cheers, Clive.
Cheers, Freddie.